So it takes 2 to 3 years sometimes to develop a single standard. So this, I think, should be the core block to build upon it. Anybody who wants to deviate from the standard, if it is not a binding law in that jurisdiction, they can do so, but they should justify, they should qualify why they are deviating from the standards, what are the reasons for that, do they have any more developed research or views or evidences or something like that. So you cannot just ignore this path of research which has been done. So I think this is the way to move in the future.
Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. I mean, we are talking about this environment in North America where the professional standards in various fields, including accounting, financial advice and banking, is very well developed. So as when we are introducing Sharia compliant products and services, then we need to have those developed standards, as Sheikh Nizam has mentioned, from the IOF Sharia standard. But as it has been highlighted this morning, that there are educational deficit and information deficit or application deficit about applying those standards in this environment. So the one solution which has practically popped up in UK is to have a, like the historically chartered accountants used to be individuals, highly qualified and reputed accountants. Then now we are not seeing the individual accountants or auditors, but the firms of accountants and auditors. So individual expertise has been now translated into the institutionalization framework of the firm of accountants and auditors. Similarly, Sharia advice and Sharia compliance advisory is in the process of being convergence from individuals based to institutional arrangement based. They are complementing each other and addressing the issue of even the unavailability of the high caliber Sharia scholars also. So there is at least 3 to 4 firms are there in UK. It has been initiated by Deutsche Bank, Darul Istismar, for higher corporate end advice and that they have their Sharia board, but individual clients and institutions do not have to go to the Sharia scholars directly, but through this advisory firm who will do the due diligence, and they have all the process, vetting and developing the whole business plan about the Sharia compliant products. And then it is their duty to communicate with the Sharia scholars and get it approved. So this is like an intermediary professional development which proved to be useful and practical for industry. Since then, there has been another 2 or 3 firms, BMB Islamic and IFAS and ESR has been in the market before. So these are 4 UK-based firms. Although the Sharia scholars are available, but before matter is presented for final approval to a Sharia scholar, there is a lot of due diligence and clerical work to be done. And a new term has been coined for that. It's called the Sharia technicians. So in between the Sharia scholars and the institution, there are individuals whose knowledge is very, very deep about the products, and they act like a professional intermediary to make the work of the Sharia scholars less routine. And all the routine work has been taken by these Sharia knowledgeable persons, professionals, and the Sharia scholars' final approval and the board's role still remains that. So this is one innovation which I think can be replicated here in the United States.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning again. Thank you, Ustadh Taha and dear panelists and Nizam and Mufti. I think I agree totally that the superior standard, the ultimate standard that should be reference standard should be the IOFI standard for several reasons that has been stated and other reasons that can be made for that matter. And North America or otherwise anybody in this world who come to this particular stage of Islamic finance, I may say that they are lucky as compared to the earlier comer to the Islamic finance for many reasons. When some jurisdiction, they started Islamic finance before, there were no such a standard. So it was a high burden for the bank to, anytime they want to introduce product, to do research, to do all the investigation and everything to come up with Islamic products for that matter. As far as the comer now to the Islamic finance, those who want to do Islamic finance nowadays, in North America, for example, and other part of the world, Australia, even non-Muslim jurisdiction like North Korea, South Korea, China now, they are very lucky in terms of Sharia standard that they can easily adopt and practice. The only thing is that looking at different situation, different legal, regulatory, tax and everything, there may be some modification here and there. And I believe that the standard that we have nowadays are flexible enough to accommodate all those differences, all those particular jurisdiction requirement. I believe the standard that we have in IOFI should be and can accommodate all those practices. This is what I believe, rather than we have to do all the research again and again, and later on we come to the same conclusion. Then what happened most of the time? I give you one example. In one situation that we have, not in Malaysia, in some other part of the world where I was there, some scholars in that particular board, they said, now look, we're going to be independent. We don't want to follow whatever standard be, IOFI, Majma' Fiqh, and so forth and so on. So they said, let us do our own research. I said, fine, if that is the majority opinion on this, I agree, let us do our research. And after 3 months of doing research, they come back and said, yeah, IOFI is correct. So that is the thing that we should avoid. If there is any new thing that we believe the IOFI standard may have problem on, if there is any, what we can do is that besides we have to do our research on that particular situation, the IOFI board should also be advised for them to review the standard. They are of all humans. Nobody can be saying that they are perfect in everything, but that is the bad endeavor that people have for the time being for that particular situation. So I believe that the standard, Sharia governance is a big discussion. One of the discussion is the Sharia standard to be adopted. And I believe that as far as the standard is concerned, North America and anybody who come to this particular area now or have any new product to develop should look at the IOFI standard as the standard for them to look upon and how for them to use the standard to suit the practice of their particular jurisdiction. That's the way forward.
Thank you very much. So we've heard from all three of the panelists the importance of the OAFI, the AAOIFI Sharia standards, representing as they do really the aqwal rajiha, the preponderant positions, and muqarrara, the adopted positions of the leading top caliber specialists in the application of Islamic financial ethics and law to the domain space of modern finance. And we know from within the tradition that when you have leading experts coalescing around such positions, that they have certain force within the expert community of Sharia experts themselves.